Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, I figured we would do a nice get ready with me. Here lately, it seems like I've been doing all, this is my favorite product, this is my favorite product, just product videos, not get ready with me videos. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on in. Alrighty, so I'm just going to do like a neutral look. I have a product in my collection that I haven't used, which sucks, but it happens all the time. It is the, let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. It is the shadow flips. I've tried their glitter flips, their lip gloss, or their lip gloss, lipstick type deals from Ciaté London, but this is a multi-chromatic shifting liquid shadow. I know that Natasha Denona has come up with quite a few, but this is kind of like a brownish, greenish type deal, so I figured we could do a nice neutral look with that to go with a nice little ensemble I've got going on today. I've already got my brows done. Just got out of the shower, just moisturized, exfoliated, that type of deal. I like to do that on Sundays. So let's go ahead with some eyeshadow. I'm going to pop in to the Laura Geller Casual Collection. I did use this in one of my recent videos. It's got some nice neutral bases, nice neutral tones that I think would be super nice for the look that I'm trying to create here. Okay, so I just got the nice little double-ended brush here. This comes in a Profusion palette. I use it all the time. So we're gonna zoom you in a touch. Ooh, too much? Yeah, too much. Okay. We're gonna zoom you in a touch. I'm gonna go in. We're gonna start off light because I want that to be the center of attention in that glitter flip. So we're gonna do that in my crease. And these are really pigmented. I don't know if you guys watch my video for these, but they're like so nice. Like it's an expensive palette, but yeah, these are well worth it, I think. Especially if you're somebody that really likes neutral looks. I got a hair on my nose. I always try and like pluck stray hairs on my eyebrows every time that I do my makeup, just to keep them maintained. Yes, that looks nice. Thinking of doing like a dark color in the outer corner and then just a glitter flip. Something super simple. Or not glitter flip, a shadow flip. Because I don't think this don't have no shimmer in it. Or at least it don't look like it. It's like a multi-chrome dimension type deal. Alrighty, so then I'm going to dip into that dark shade, which this is very pigmented, so I'm only going to use a teeny tiny bit on a smaller brush. See how pigmented that is? I'm really just blending this out. For a nice little depth right there in that corner before we add the shimmer. And we'll probably go in with this just to blend out the edges when we're done adding the shadow flip. Okay, so something like that, super nice. Like I said, I really like this palette. So then we're going to dip into that glitter or shadow flip. It's got a nice little applicator on it, and we're just going to just like that. kind of outline our eye a little bit. Bring it over, and it definitely has tones of green in it. I can tell that right off the rip, but it definitely blends into that brown, like really nicely. And I'm going a little bit higher than my crease, like. So we're gonna go back in to that top shade, and we're just going to blend just very softly, just to soften up those edges. See what I'm saying? Just like that. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Just to kind of blend and soften. Just like that. Then we're going to go back in with that other brush into that dark shade and just kind of blend the dark shade with the end of that shadow flip. Just like that. Like, how nice does that look? I'm trying to flip out a little wing type deal right there. I think that looks nice. Yeah, something like that. I think is super, super nice. Okay, I really like this a lot. Let's go ahead and add our lashes. Okay, so lashes are on. I love the way this look turned out. You see that gradient? It's just my eyeshadow primer. I try and use it to clean up my brows a little bit. Might switch to concealer, that's a different color, just to kind of make everything look a little bit more seamless. But yeah, the lash glue still needs to dry. That's why you see those little pieces right there. But let's go ahead and move on to the face, because I am, like I said, loving the way this looks. Very neutral. I never ever do neutral looks, so this is big for me. Alright, so now let's go ahead and pop into primer first. Okay, so for primer, we're using the Beauty Creations Flawless Stay Hydrating Primer. I really like this. Very cooling. Of course, I've already done my skincare, including my SPF. So. Yeah, like that feels so good. I've done so much to my face today, it's like, whoop, I needed that. I like to drag my primers down to my neck. Okay, so now that we have our primer on and ready, this could be a nice little dew too, which I am not mad about at all. Then we're going to go in with foundation. I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. I am in the shade 365C Soft Beige. If you're using me for shade verification, which I'm pretty light. I'm not like classic ivory white, but I'm pretty fair skinned, in other words. So I like this applicator more than anything. And the coverage is great and all that, but so easy to use. Like this and a squeezy tube. It's just like perfect. Okay, that might have been a little too much. We'll find out when we blend it out. Okay, so I got a dampened beauty sponge. I like to take like a beauty towel, clean towel, and just kind of wrap it around the beauty sponge and squeeze to get any excess water out so it's not too moist. Because obviously water and oil-based products do not mix. Okay, so I actually think that was just the perfect amount of foundation. Yeah, that looks so good, like very flawless and light. It's not super heavy on the skin or anything, and it's got great coverage. Let's go ahead and do the rest of our cream products. I have my concealer. This is a WetnWild Incognito concealer. Don't even know why I put my glasses back on. I just like to do a little in the inner corner and a little right under that shadow. Just for that lifted look, you know. And this is a nice match, like shade match for me as well. It's a little too low. Okay. So, blending this out. I love this concealer. It's so good. Okay, so for cream bronzers, I'm mixing my favorite two shades from e.l.f. Ooh, I totally could have put, I keep forgetting about that. I'm going to use a nice little pointed brush here so I can get some nice dimension. They have been contouring different these days. And I've been loving the way I contour, so yeah, just like that. I think a pointed brush is key. I tried to use a fluffy brush and it was terrible. And then up high for that one, that. And a nice light contour for my nose. Yeah, and then I like to go underneath my lip a touch, just a little bit. A beauty blender. This is the foundation side. I'm gonna go in. And I've never had no problem with blending this in. I feel like this does such a good job at blending out your jawline and your natural structure. Like, I'm obsessed with how well it does. Look, it's a little rougher to blend down here, but I think with bronzer and stuff we can make it work. I'm still kind of working with it a little bit, because this is only the second time I've done it, but when I did it the first time, I was obsessed with it. Just kind of batten at the skin with this, kind of in an upwards direction. Just to cut. Gotta be patient with makeup, like seriously. There's people you see on Instagram, either somebody did their makeup or they was severely patient. Yeah, like you see that? It looks so good. Oh, okay. Now that I fixed everything. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into cream blushes. I'm going to mix two this time. I'm going to mix the Maybelline New York Cheekheat in the shade Rose Flush and the Milani Kiss and Cheek Liquid Blush in Rose Romance. I like these two shades. I've never mixed them, but I felt kind of crazy today, and I thought, well, I'll go ahead and mix them today. I'm a big blush fan. Like, I love it. And even cream blush is just everything, especially if you can find a dewy blush, which I do believe the Milani one is a more dewier blush than the other one. Probably use way too much, but that's alright. No biggie, no biggie. Okay, so now I guess I'm gonna shoot my finger. Just kind of mix these two, and it's like a nice, like a perfect mauve, like lighter than the Cheekheat on its own. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go super high. It looks intimidating, guys, but really, it blends out to be a dreamboat. I'll just do a tiny bit on my nose, like a teensy bit. But yeah, it blends out so good. And it gives you a nice dew. Yeah, I didn't like a lot of blush, but like I said, I do like a lot. You don't have to use that much, but I do. Just like that. Okay, so yeah, that's just natural. It's beautiful. It looked like when I swiped it on there, like it was gonna be way too much. I was gonna look like a clown or something crazy like that. But see how natural and how effortless it looks, you know what I mean? I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so now we're gonna set the rest of our face. I had to have a coffee break. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Milani, what is this? Conceal and Perfect Shine Proof Powder in the shade Natural Light. I feel like this just sets everything down so nicely, and there's something about this powder that is just so smoothing. And when I first purchased it, I read online because it was technically a powdered foundation, okay? So I was nervous, and a lot of people was like, well, I don't like it, too dark, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people said that. So I went super light with it, right? Like, I was so nervous. And then it did nothing for my skin. I'm like, what the heck? But it had great, you know, rating. The stars was like 4 or 5, you know? But the ratings are like, oh, watch your shade, too dark, too dark, too dark. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go super heavy. Just, you know, like I normally do. I'm heavy-handed. And it was beautiful, and I haven't been able to put it down. Like, you see how just smooth and airbrush that made my skin look? Just helps set everything down. And I noticed, like, especially on hot days, like midsummer, like, you know, middle of July, if I don't use this powder, you know, or some kind of powder, especially this one, like, my skin just melts away. Like, it's not, like, one day I didn't have time to put powders or setting sprays on, and I could definitely tell I didn't put this on because it was just like nothing was there. Like, all I had on was lashes and brows, and I was like, oh my god, where'd my skin go, you know? So now let's go ahead with some powdered bronzers in that. First, I'm going to go into the Hydrating Complexion Trio from Alamar to set underneath my eyes. As you can tell, it's already starting to crease, guys. They misbehaving already. So I'm just gonna, and this does such a great job at brightening my under eyes as well. I don't know how I got something black right there. Does a great job at brightening. So I don't use a brighter concealer with this. I just use like one that's close to my skin tone, and then I'll use this on top. The Oprah banana powder is awesome as well. I've just been digging into this like crazy. You know how you get a new product and you're like, okay, I want to use it, That's what I've been doing. Okay, so then for bronzer, we're going to dip into these 2 shades that are left here in this palette. I really like these. Well, I'm just going to go right up here. I'm not going to go down because I don't want a dark, harsh line right there by my mouth. So just like that. For our powder blush, we are going to go with the Ciaté London Marbled Light blushes, and this is in the shade Dusk. How beautiful that is. I don't use this enough. I'll be the first to tell you, I really don't. I need to use this more because I really like this product. Like, this is like hella old, but it's so good, and it's pigmented too. You see how pigmented that is? And it goes so well with the colors that we have down. Like, I'm obsessed. See how nice that goes? And then just a little bit on my nose. And then for the lips, actually, guys, I think we're just going to go in with one of these lip and cheek deals. I was going to do a nice mauve lip, and I thought, you know what? Let's just roll with this. It's not a nice color here. I think I've used these one time, and they're comfortable. They add a nice color, just like your lips but better deal, and I like that, especially for like every day. For like right here, if I'm wearing something low cut, I like to hit the collarbone. So we're going to go with the Laurant Jelly Highlighter and Prosecco Please. Yes, I know it by heart because I use it a lot. And it goes such a long way too, because I mean it looks like I barely use it. And you see how it gives that nice little, and it's so easy to use too. It's not sticky, it's not tacky, doesn't get everywhere, you know what I mean? And I can just use it with my fingers, smear it wherever. You can use a brush as well, I think. I just don't think it would pick up as good. Okay, and then, let's see. I got my bronzer and stuff. Right. Gotta do a checklist so I don't forget. Let's do, for the face. We're gonna go with the TouchInSol Glowdient palette. I really like this palette. It's been in a couple of my favorites. As you guys know, you watch my videos. Gonna go with my Milani blending brush, which I just use it for a highlighter brush. I'm gonna go with the golden pink color. And I'm gonna pop it just right there. And I'm gonna pop it. Right. Okay. I'm just going to do a little on my lip because I don't want to disturb, but it does. I like that I can add that there and it's not upsetting what I have. Let's go ahead and do inner corner highlight in that because I haven't done that in forever. Like it's been so long. Like I feel like that trend has like fell off the face of the planet. So let's bring that back. I want to do like this golden one. It's like a nice little, I'm not going to do, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm not going to do no lower lash line or nothing, I don't think. I'm trying to let that glitter flip just shine, you know what I mean? Let it be the star of the show. Yes, okay. I'm really not liking that eyeshadow primer up to my eyebrow. I think it looks weird. Am I the only one that feels like that? Because I'm just like, iffy spiffy on that one. Okay, so then for mascara, I'm going to go in with the Lilly Lashes XXX on top. Does such a great job of blending everything, of course. I really wish this lash glue would dry clear. I don't like that. But you can see that. That kind of sucks. But it does do a really good job of blending everything together. So, I mean, and then for the bottom, we're doing the Alamar Cosmetics All Night Bender Black Extreme Lash Mascara. That's what I thought it was, but I love this little wand on here. I feel like my lower lash line looks so bare, but yeah, it does look a little bare, but I do love what I created with this. Like, those little shadow flips are so nice, and I would really love to get some more colors, because I don't do enough of these dark, smoky, chocolatey looks, so I'm super obsessed. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Everything in the video will be linked down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for 3 new videos every week. I usually upload, and I've been trying so hard to stick to it, upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So thank you guys so much for your love and support, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.